Let me ask you something. If I handed you a $100 bill right now, what would you do with it? Would you spend it on a fancy dinner? Maybe a new pair of sneakers or some streaming subscriptions? Or would you just tuck it away and forget about it? Now, what if I told you that this $100, not 1,000, not 10,000, just $100, could be the foundation that builds your future wealth? Sounds crazy, right? But the truth is, if you understand one simple rule, the $100 rule, you could be on your way to financial freedom. No lottery wins, no risky crypto bets, no need for six-figure salaries. Just $100 a month applied smartly and consistently. So, what is this magical $100 rule? It's this. If you consistently invest $100 a month, every single month, and follow a few time-tested principles, you could build a 6 or even 7-figure portfolio over time. That's not hype, that's math. That's the power of compound interest, index investing, and tax-advantaged accounts like the Roth IRA or TFSA. Let's break it down. First, the engine behind all of this, compound interest. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Whether or not he actually said it, the statement holds true. Because compound interest is not just addition, it's multiplication on steroids. Here's how it works. If you invest $100 this month and you earn, let's say, a 10% annual return, a common average for the stock market over the long term, you've made $10. But next year, you're not just earning 10% on the original $100. You're earning it on $100 plus the $10 you earned the previous year, $110. And the year after that, on $121. And so on. Over time, your money starts making money, and that money starts making money too. It's exponential. To illustrate, let's take a simple example. If you invest $100 a month for 40 years, just $1,200 a year, that's $48,000 invested over your lifetime. But if it grows at an average of 10% annually, you won't just have $48,000. You'll have around $640,000. You heard that right. That's over $500,000 grown from just $100 a month. And if you're able to invest more later in life, say $200, $300, or even $500 a month, the numbers get crazy. But here's the catch. The earlier you start, the more powerful this becomes. Time is your greatest ally. You don't need to be rich to start. You become rich by starting. Now let's talk about where to invest that $100, because throwing it into random stocks or trying to day trade isn't going to cut it. That's where index investing comes in. What's index investing? It's a simple strategy where you invest in index funds, baskets of stocks that track the overall market or segments of it. Instead of trying to pick the next Tesla or Apple, index investing says, why not just buy the whole market? And that's exactly what index funds like the S&P 500 ETF do. When you buy an S&P 500 index fund, you're buying a small piece of 500 of the largest companies in the US. Companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Coca-Cola, all in one go. The beauty? It's low cost, diversified, and historically very effective. Most active fund managers, the so-called professionals, don't beat the market in the long run. So why try to outsmart Wall Street when you can just ride the wave? With index investing, you keep fees low, your strategy simple, and your risk spread out. And best of all, it works beautifully with that $100 per month habit. Just set up automatic contributions to an index fund and let it ride. But wait, there's more. You're going to want to make sure you're investing that $100 in the right kind of account. That's where the Roth IRA in the US or the TFSA in Canada comes in. These accounts are absolute game changers. Let's start with the Roth IRA. When you invest in a Roth IRA, you're using after-tax dollars. That means you pay tax on your income now, but your investments grow tax-free. And when you withdraw the money in retirement, it's tax-free too. Think about that. If your $100 per month turns into $640,000 over 40 years in a regular brokerage account, you'd owe capital gains taxes when you sell. But in a Roth IRA, it's all yours, every single dollar. Now let's talk about the TFSA, or tax-free savings account, for those of you in Canada. Despite the name, it's not just for savings. It can also hold investments like stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds. And like the Roth IRA, the TFSA lets your investments grow and be withdrawn completely tax-free. Imagine putting your $100 a month into a TFSA, watching it grow for 30 or 40 years, and then withdrawing hundreds of thousands of dollars without giving the government a dime. That's the kind of financial power most people overlook. All right, now you may be thinking, okay, but what if I invest $100 this month and the market crashes next month? That's a great question, and the answer lies in another crucial concept: dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging means investing a fixed amount, say $100, on a regular schedule no matter what the market is doing. Whether the market's up, down, or sideways, you keep investing the same amount. Here's why that matters. When the market is down, your $100 buys more shares. When it's up, your $100 buys fewer shares. But over time, this helps smooth out the effects of market volatility and reduces the risk of investing a large amount at the wrong time. It also keeps you emotionally detached. You're not trying to time the market. You're not panicking or waiting for the perfect time to invest. You're just consistent, and that's what builds real wealth. People often ask, should I wait until the market drops before I invest? Number. The best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time is today. Because the longer your money is in the market, the more time it has to compound. Waiting is what kills potential wealth. Now let's connect the dots. You take $100 a month, you invest it in a low-cost index fund, like an S&P 500 ETF. You put it inside a Roth IRA or TFSA, so your gains grow tax-free. And you do this consistently, month after month, using dollar cost averaging regardless of what the headlines are saying. That's it. No fancy degrees, no stock picking wizardry, no day trading apps, just one good habit repeated over time. And here's the best part. You don't need to be perfect. You don't have to time the market. You don't have to be a finance expert. You just have to be consistent. The $100 rule isn't about how much you make, it's about what you do with what you have. Now I want to flip the script a bit. What if you did nothing? What if you spent that $100 a month on fast food, subscriptions you never use, impulse buys, or gadgets you don't really need? Over 40 years, that's $48,000 just gone. Poof! But if you followed the $100 rule, that $48,000 could become $640,000 or more. That's the cost of not investing. It's not just the money you spent, it's the money you could have had. That's called opportunity cost. And when it comes to building wealth, ignoring this rule is one of the biggest costs of all. So let's make it real. Imagine yourself 20, 30, 40 years from now. What kind of life do you want? Do you want to work because you have to, or because you want to? Do you want to stress over bills in retirement, or relax knowing you've got a healthy nest egg? Do you want to be stuck financially, or do you want options, freedom, and peace of mind? Because that life starts today with one simple decision. Set up an automatic investment. Pick a low-cost index fund. Open a Roth IRA or TFSA. Start with just $100 a month. And don't stop. Because wealth isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in quiet, consistent steps. In a world that's constantly selling you shortcuts and overnight success, the $100 rule is refreshingly simple and unbelievably powerful. It's not about getting rich fast, it's about getting rich for sure. So I'll leave you with this. You don't need to wait until you have more money to start investing. You need to start investing to have more money. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Make the $100 rule your new habit and let time do the heavy lifting. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, drop a comment about how you're planning to start your journey, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe. Create my route for more daily content that helps you master your money. Let's build wealth, $100 at a time.